What is a really weird fact that makes people say, "Why do you know that?" Michael Jackson's hair caught on fire at the exact median day of his life. He had a literal mid-life crisis. If provided with a mirror, dolphins will admire their own genitals. Being steamed alive allows the victim to feel nearly everything because your nerves don't get destroyed as fast as being burned alive. Being skinned alive doesn't kill nearly as quickly as you'd think. When done carefully, the victim may not die of blood loss or shock, but rather hypothermia. Some account record that people have survived for several days. Edit. Bonus fact. Couldn't remember it earlier, but supposedly St. Bartholomew was skinned alive for converting a king to Christianity. He is often depicted with exposed musculature, and carrying his own severed skin. He is also the patron saint of many different things such as butchers, leatherworkers, tanners, and dermatology. If you spill bleach on your skin, the slippery feeling you feel when you wash it off is because you have basically made soap by dissolving the top layer of skin. There is a chemical called MPTP that specifically destroys dopaminergic neurons in the brain. About 3 days after someone ingests it, they get Parkinson's disease. Suicide bombers can be easily identified after blowing themselves up since the pressure from the explosion fractures the neck and sends the head flying away to safety from the explosion. In 1985, a Serbian farmer stuck a beer bottle up his ass, broadside first. This sparked a chain of events that eventually led to the collapse of Yugoslavia. Edit. Here you guys go. When you are starving, and have little body fat left, your body can grow almost fur-like hair to insulate itself in absence of fat. Inject enough potassium under the tongue, it will look like a heart attack on an autopsy. Not to mention the injection site will heal. Most toxicologists don't check for potassium levels either. Cuttlefish mating is fascinating. The females all hunker down while the big males fight each other for a chance to copulate. While the big tough males are duking it out, small males will kind of pull in their tentacles to look like females, sneak past the fighting males, and mate with the females. Interestingly, female cuttlefish have some control over which sperm makes it to the eggs, and overwhelmingly choose the cunning small male's sperm over the big brawny males who come in to mate after finishing fighting. Brains over brawn. A cow is more aerodynamic than a Jeep Wrangler. Sharks are older than trees and the rings of Saturn by about 100 million years and 350 million years respectively. Also, Saturn's rings are not really that old. In the grand scheme of things anyway. In Phoenix, Arizona, you are legally allowed to bury a dead body on your property without asking for permission, getting a permit, etc. The city asks that you contact them beforehand so they can send someone out to stake for gas, electric lines, but it's not required. Guinea pigs average pooping around 100 times a day. Octopuses are usually very antisocial, but when they're under the influence of ecstasy they are more willing to spend time around each other or even hug other octopuses. A few days ago somebody told me that Swiss cheese and plastic explosives look the same under a TSA radar. The Chernobyl meltdown happened at 11:45 p.m. Whenever TV networks show previous Olympic cauldron lightings, they always skip the 1988 Seoul Olympics one. The reason? They lit the cauldron by burning a bunch of doves alive, minutes after they were released to symbolize world peace. And it was all aired on live TV, worldwide. Donald Duck's middle name is Fauntleroy.